Hey guys, so today I'm going to do the Cleveland Golden State NBA Finals preview. If you hear yelling, it's my parents, so ignore that. So their playoff records I'm going to start with. So Cleveland is 12-1, and Golden State is 12-0. So Golden State swept all three series. Cleveland just one loss. So they won two series 4-0, and then one of them 4-1, which is still amazing. So this is the third straight year that the same teams are playing each other, and this is the first time in league history that the same two teams met in the championship round 3 straight times. That's not a time. Oh my gosh, that's actually crazy. By the way, I wasn't actually planning on doing this video. My friend told me like, oh, maybe you should do this, and I was like, yeah, sure. By the way, I'm gonna Wonderland tomorrow, so I'm gonna do a vlog. I don't know when it's gonna be up. Hopefully, we can. But yeah, back to this. So the Warriors are looking to show why they earned the best record in the NBA. They have looked excellent since getting Kevin Durant back from injury. In fact, they have been playing so well that they have swept all three teams they played during the playoffs, becoming the first team in NBA history to go a perfect 12-0 en route to the finals. So some records are being broken. Good. During the regular season, the two teams met twice, splitting the series 1-1. It is now time to see who is going to pull away from the tie, even if it takes 7 games to decide. So in 2015, the Warriors won in 6. In 2016, the Cavs won in 7 when the Warriors had a 3-1 series lead. I actually watched Game 1 to 7 highlights, so that was like 10-minute videos each, so it took me a while to watch that. But and now 2017, who's gonna break the tie? Who's gonna have like a 2-1 thingy? So the prior series for the Cleveland Cavaliers, round 1 was versus Indiana. Game 1, they won 109-108, so that was like a really close one. Game 2, they won 117-111. Game 3, they won 119-114, so these are pretty close. And then Game 4, they won 106-102. They need to shut up. Oh my god. Round 2 versus the Raptors. They won Game 1, 116-105. They won Game 2, 125-103. They won Game 3, 115-94. And they won Game 4, 109-102. Round 3 versus the Boston Celtics. Game 1, they won 117-104. Game 2, they won 130-86. Game 3, they lost 111-108. I think off of a winning 3-pointer at the buzzer or something. Game 4, they won 112-99. And Game 5, they won 135-102. And now the prior series, I'm trying to talk loud because they're like bitching up there. So, the prior series for the Golden State Warriors was round 1 versus... Shut the up. Oh my god, I choose the worst times to do this. Round 1 versus Portland. Game 1, they won 121-109. Game 2, they won 110-81. Game 3, they won 119-113. Shut the f***. I'm gonna go apeshit on them. Game 3, they won 119-113. And then Game 4, they won 128-103. Round 2, they played the Utah Jazz. Game 1, they won 106-94. Game 2, they won 115-104. Game 3, they won 102-91. And then Game 4, they won 121-95. Then round 3 versus San Antonio. Game 1, they won 113-111, but I think it was, I put 113-11, so I missed the last number, but they won Game 1. Game 2, they won 136-100. Game 3, they won 120-108. And Game 4, they won 129-115. So, now Golden State versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Golden State is undefeated so far heading into Thursday's Game 1 against the Cavs. So again, for this series, keep in mind that the Warriors had a 3-1 lead, so if they do, then, honestly, I was like, they suck. Honestly, I want Golden State to win because I actually like Golden State a lot better than Cleveland because I hate Cleveland. No offense, but I hate Cleveland, I always have. Because I always took Toronto out of the playoffs, let them win for once, fuck off. So, yeah, so point guard is going to be Stephen Curry for Golden State versus Kyrie Irving for Cleveland. So this will be an excellent offensive matchup. Neither of the two guards are known for their defense. Their offensive production this season was actually very similar, which makes this matchup even more interesting. Curry scored 25.3 points per game to Irving's 25.2, so just 0.1 more. Not like a crazy thing. Curry shot just a little better from 3, shooting 41.1% to Irving's 40.1%. In addition, Curry completed more rebounds and assists per game than Irving during the regular season, and the advantage goes to Golden State for point guard. Shooting guard. Is it actually quiet? Finally. Shooting guard. Klay Thompson for Golden State versus J.R. Smith for Cleveland. So this is the most lopsided matchup of the two teams. Klay Thompson is an offensive weapon and very good on defense. Smith is streaky on offense and decent at defense. Thompson scored 22.3 points a game and led the Warriors in 3-point shooting percentage during the regular season. If he can shake off his recent shooting slump, he should eat J.R. Smith up really quick in this matchup unless Smith can find a way to get hot. And then advantage is Golden State as well for shooting guard. Now small forward Kevin Durant for Golden State and LeBron James for Cleveland. This is the only possible scenario where Kevin Durant does not have the advantage. That is because he's going up against LeBron James. He's amazing. Like, honestly, he's a great player, but I mean, like, I hate him because, like, he never gives, like, any other team the chance to win. Like, oh my god. So, who is pure in playoff form? Like, he's a really good player. I'll definitely admit that. This is not a knock on Durant in the slightest because James is averaging 32.5 points, 8.0 rebounds, 7.0 assists, 2.2 steals, shut up, and 1.4 blocks per game during the 2017 NBA playoffs. Advantage is Cleveland for small forward. Power forward is going to be Draymond Green from Golden State versus Kevin Love for Cleveland. So both of these players could be the difference maker in this series. With focus on other players, they will have a chance to take over games. Love is a better scorer and rebounder, but Green is much better on defense and as a playmaker. Love did not play well during last year's playoffs. This year he is playing much better and understands his role. Look for that to continue during the NBA Finals, and then the advantage is apparently push. Center, Zaza Pachulia from Golden State versus Tristan Thompson for Cleveland. Pachulia missed most of the last series due to an injury. He is expected to be back for the finals as he has already returned to practice. The Warriors need him to be 100% because he is going to get a heavy dose of Tristan Thompson. Thompson is a consistent big man who is scoring 9.2 points a game and grabbing 9.3 rebounds a game during the playoffs. If Thompson averages a double-double this series, the Warriors will be in big trouble inside, so that advantage goes to Cleveland. Sixth man / bench is Andre Iguodala, Golden State, versus Kyle Korver for Cleveland. The Warriors have one of the deepest benches of all time. The first player off the bench is Andre Iguodala. He is able to come in to score and, most importantly, guard LeBron. He is one of the few players in the NBA that can guard LeBron with some consistency. Good. Korver, on the other hand, struggles defensively. He makes up for that with his 3-point shooting ability, where he can really hurt teams when he is on. An advantage goes to Golden State for that. Coaching. Mike Brown for Golden State versus Tyrone Lue for Cleveland. Mike Brown has excellent prior head coaching experience in the NBA, including his time coaching LeBron James at Cleveland. That experience will not make up for getting thrown into the fire due to an injury to Warriors head coach Steve Kerr. Cleveland gets the edge, so advantage goes to Cleveland. Key matchup, Kevin Durant for Golden State versus LeBron James of Cleveland. LeBron James and Steph Curry will be compared the most this series. Yeah. That will not be the key matchup, though. This will be an excellent opportunity for Kevin Durant to play head-to-head against one of the greatest of our time. Durant has been known to play timid in big games against LeBron in the past. It will be interesting to see if he plays better or worse this time around with so much on the line. Honestly, I want Golden State to win, but I mean, Cleveland, I definitely give them props for coming back last year. Don't start, please. So Golden State will win if they shoot the ball well and get quality minutes from their bench. Cleveland will win if they play good perimeter defense on Curry and Thompson to force the other players to beat them. In addition, if LeBron continues to play like he is right now, he will be able to force a long series regardless of what happens in the games. I do see this going. I'm just going to give my prediction right now. So I would say Warriors in 6 or 7. I hope so. Maybe it might go to 7. It very well might. I never really watch NBA, so I mean, that's why I watched the highlights to all the games, and it was crazy. But yeah. So now 3 quick questions and answers. 1. So what has changed from last year? Cleveland added some helpful pieces on the fly in Kyle Korver, Deron Williams, and Derek Williams. Then it used up some of its 82-game preseason to get them acclimated, and vice versa. But Golden State rocked the NBA where it signed free agent Kevin Durant last summer. The Warriors had their own learning curve, as well as a 21-game injury layoff for Durant, but they still managed to win 16 more games than the Cavs. Javale McGee, Zaza Pachulia, David West, and Matt Barnes brought some grit and heft to Golden State's front line, and let's not forget twice. Fired former Cleveland coach Mike Brown filling in for the Warriors' Steve Kerr. But it's the thin man with the wicked scoring touch who will captivate as the biggest addition to the finalists' rubber match. Number 2. Do LeBron James and Kevin Durant guard each other? It would make for great theater, or would it? The reason we're likely to see cross matches is the energy drain each superstar would face chasing around the other for 40 minutes. Draymond Green probably will spend more time on James than Durant will, while Cleveland doesn't have an obvious alternate defender to shadow Durant. Oh, and even though Durant is the new variable in the showdown, let's remember that he and James have finals history of their own, dating to the 2012 clash of Oklahoma City and Miami. James and the Heat took that finals in 5 games. And the last question, the third question, who are the most likely X factors? Just as a reminder, Curry still plays for Golden State. Like, I don't even know who plays for who anymore. Sometimes it gets easy to neglect that fact. And yet the player most likely to loom large, or not, for the Warriors is Klay Thompson. Assuming coach Tyrone Lue and his staff make enough adjustments to enable the Cavs to thwart the Warriors' first and second options, Thompson is the guy who will pop up 3rd or 4th in priority. It's been a bit awkward for the deadly sharpshooter, slipping a notch in the Warriors' pecking order with Durant on the board. His attempts and scoring average were in familiar territory during the season, but he shot 32.5% and averaged 11.0 points in the West Finals against San Antonio. For Cleveland, with Kyrie Irving established as 1A for clutch scoring and Tristan Thompson, the designated possession extender on the offensive glass, the X factor likely will be Kevin Love. Especially early in games, the Cavaliers seem to go to Love and get from him quick points and fast starts. Plus, don't sleep on the nifty defensive footwork he showed in front of Curry in the final minute of Game 7 last June. Now we're going to go into the numbers to know. So numbers to know. 120.7. The Cavs have scored 120.7 points per 100 possessions in the playoffs. That's pretty crazy. The highest postseason mark in the last 40 years since the league started counting turnovers in 1977. They've been 9.8 points per 100 possessions, better offensively in the playoffs than they were in the regular season. Their postseason effective field goal percentage of 59.8% is the highest in NBA history. Channing Frye, 72.7%, J.R. Smith, 66.1%, LeBron James, 62.5%, and Kyle Korver, 62.3%, all rank in the top 10 in effective field goal percentage among the 88 players who have taken at least 50 shots in the playoffs. The Cavs also have the second highest free throw rate in the playoffs, getting to the line 33 times per 100 shots from the field. The Warriors' mark of 115.8 points per 100 possessions is the 4th highest postseason off RTG of the last 40 years, and their effective field goal percentage of 57.3% is the second highest in that time. While Cleveland has played teams that ranked 8th, 12th, and 16th defensively in the regular season, Golden State has played 2 of the league's top 3 defenses, Utah and San Antonio, though the Spurs were missing Kawhi Leonard for 3.5 out of the 4 games in the conference finals. 99.1. The Warriors have allowed just 99.1 points per 100 possessions in the playoffs, the fewest through the first 3 rounds and 8.8 fewer than the postseason average, which is 107.9 points. which is the highest mark in the last 30 in the least 30 years. The Warriors held Portland, Utah, and San Antonio, three top 12 offenses in the regular season, to 11.5, 9.8, and 5.6 points per 100 possessions fewer than their regular season averages respectively. In regard to opponent field goal percentage, they rank number 2 in the restricted area, and number 4 on other paint shots, and number 1 in the paint. And number 1 in the paint overall, number 2 from mid-range, and number 4 from three-point range. They've allowed just 94.4 points per 100 possessions with Draymond Green on the floor and 111.9 with Green on the bench. That 94.4 mark is the lowest on-court def RTG for any player that has played at least 20 minutes per game in 4 or more games. The last one is 18.5. In last year's finals, the Cavs were 18.5 points per 100 possessions better defensively with Tristan Thompson on the floor than they were with Thompson on the bench. The Warriors scored just 98.6 points per 100 possessions in Thompson's 226 minutes on the floor and 117.1 in Thompson's 110 minutes on the bench. With Thompson on the floor, the Warriors shot worse, effective field goal percentage of 48.5% versus 57.3%. Got to the line a lot less often, 19 free throw attempts per 100 shots from the field versus 39 per 100. And turned the ball over more often, 15.9 turnovers per 100 possessions versus 12.3. Golden State also scored just 0.86 points per possession when Thompson was the screener's defender on a ball screen. Thompson had the best plus minus 40 in the series. Golden State has home court advantage for this series, so the series will go like this. So game 1 is going to be, so today's Tuesday, so game 1 is Thursday, June 1st at 9 o'clock p.m. in Golden State. Game 2 is going to be 3 days later. I think every game is going to be like after 3 days or 2 days rest. So game 2 is going to be Sunday, June 4th at 8 o'clock p.m. in Golden State. Game 3 is going to be Wednesday, June 7th at 9 o'clock p.m. in Cleveland. Game 4 is going to be Friday, June 9th at 9 p.m. at Cleveland. Game 5, game 5, 6, and 7 are all obviously if necessary. So if necessary, game 5, Monday, June 12th at 9 p.m. in Golden State. Game 6, Thursday, June 15th at 9 o'clock p.m. at Cleveland. And then Game 7 would be in Golden State on Sunday, June 18th at 8 o'clock p.m. So do I see it going to a Game 6 or 7? Definitely. So I definitely don't see anybody sweeping. If Golden State somehow sweeps the Cavs, I do not think it will happen. But if that actually happens, then 16-0 in the playoffs, that'll be so crazy. That'll be so cool. So, of course, the last time Cleveland and Golden State played was the NBA Finals in 2016. Cavaliers won the series in 7 games, and then the Game 7 final was 93-89. So, a lot of the wins were dominant, like 30-plus point wins, 40-20, But that Game 7 was obviously close, only a 4-point loss for the Warriors. So Golden State versus Cleveland. Across 3 postseasons and in 2015 and 2016, 13 memorable games, a rivalry was forged. It's been built from the Warriors' outrageous abundance of talent along with the Cavaliers' immediacy and determination, boosted directly from James. James is like the only reason the Cavs are so good, and Kyrie Irving and stuff like that. Like without all those players, they would not be 12-1. Just saying. Each has the chance to make this era its own. James is making his 7th consecutive trip to the finals. That's insane. That's so awesome. That's so awesome for him. Already has been crowned as the league's all-time leader in playoff points and is leading the Cavaliers toward a 2nd title for the land. That's crazy. Meanwhile, the Golden State team is eager to cap its remarkable 3-year run, the 2015 championship, that 73-9 nosebleed regular season record, a 2-time MVP in Stephen Curry, and last summer's most head-turning acquisition with another Larry O'Brien trophy. Each wants, but only one can get. So, that's going to be the end for this video, almost 20 minutes, okay? So, once again, I'm going to tell you guys, so a week from tomorrow, I will be graduating. So, I'm not going to film or anything like that. I'm just letting you guys know what the hell's going on. So, of course, maybe next week, I'm not going to do as many videos. I will try, like this is going to be the video today, and then I'm going to do, of course, the vlog, which is going to be tomorrow is gonna be filmed. I will try to film on Rise. I really want to, because then I like want to see like my reaction to it, because I have not been like last year I went for a school trip to Canada as well on the exact same day, May 31st, 2016. Now May 31st, 2017. The weather's not going to be as good. There's going to be thunderstorms, so I mean, I'll try to film, but if it rains, then of course I'll, you know, I'm going to be filming with my phone and not my camera, so that's why I don't want to bring it, because then I'm going to have to, like, this is my iPad, but then I'll have to hold it, like just so it doesn't, like, fall off the freaking ride, especially the Leviathan. I'm not recording on that. I really want to, trust me. I could record it, but at the same time, do I want my phone to break? I'm not going to have a new one till, like, this December. It's only May, so, well, almost June. But yeah, enough of me rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed my NBA Finals, Cleveland versus Golden State preview. Once again, keep in mind, whoever goes up 2-0 in the series, if someone does, or if someone goes up 3-1, it's not over till it's over, just like Cleveland proved last year. So, the next video will be the vlog, and hopefully it's not going to be up tomorrow, because then I'm not going to be back till like 7:30, and then I'll have to put all the clips on the computer. Plus, then I'm going to be tired. I'm probably going to want to sleep or something. So, on Thursday, Friday, I will try to edit it, and I will try to have it up for Saturday or Sunday, the latest. So, I hope you guys like this video, and if you have any other video suggestion ideas that I can do, let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Wish me luck for Wonderland, because the Leviathan is probably gonna get stuck. I just jinxed it, but yeah. I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.